Okay, I'm here in Yucaipa. I don't know what's going on. Oh, he's trying to do a FST, and she doesn't want to do it. We're going to go down in this field. He's trying to do a FST. She doesn't want to do it. Hey, sir. How you doing, sir? So we're so she's doing an FST. I hope she passes, but I have zero tolerance for DUI drivers. So some people may say, well, she deserves her privacy or what have you. Not if she's drinking and driving. Because once you drink and drive, you lose your right to privacy. Because you've just put other people's lives in danger. So I have no respect for now the wife may call me in the middle of this, so if it cuts out and starts again, it's because the wife called. She was on the phone and I couldn't bother her, so she said, "Don't bother me, I'm on the phone." So I went and grabbed the trash to take the trash out. And then when I took the trash out, I thought I'd go check out and see if the fire was close, because the wife wants to see the fire. On the way back home, I seen this. When I was walking up here to get my camera started, she was throwing her arms out, very animated like she's doing now. She said, "I just live down there. We're on California Street, and I'm right about Avenue C. And I'm keeping my distance so that he can do this uninterrupted. Yeah, I don't want her to get agitated if I'm up there close recording while he's trying to do that." He's telling her to do the one leg. I can't even do that. Now, she's barefoot. I'm not saying the deputy's wrong, but when we were in North Carolina, I was at Fort Bragg. As a sergeant, I had to drive a guy to court for solicitation of prostitution, for most things. So when we took him to court, they had some DUI people in there that had to come up and testify. And one lady got her DUI dismissed because he made her do it barefoot. It was in November in North Carolina. Another lady got her DUI dismissed because he made her do it on a grade in high heels. So, the fact that she's... Oh, yeah, he's just going to go ahead and arrest her. She's placed in... So she's under arrest. But so those two ladies got their DUIs dismissed. So when I saw that she was barefoot, I said that could turn it into a dismissal. Now she's trying to pull away. Placed under arrest for suspicion of drinking while driving. And this video mostly is about, it's a Copwatch, of course, and make sure they're doing their jobs professionally and accountable. But at the same time, this is what happens when you drink and drive. So all of you watching my videos that drink and drive, your luck's going to run out. You're playing the odds in Vegas. And sooner or later, you're going to end up just like this, in a pair of bracelets and in the back of one of these cars. So your best bet is to, if you start drinking, put the keys up on the latch hook or on the coffee table or on the nightstand, sit on the couch and watch TV and drink. I haven't had an alcoholic drink in, God, 6 months? At least 6 months. At least New Year's. Or I don't even know if I drank on New Year's. Come to think of it, oh, I think I was doing cop watching. But no, I haven't had a drink in forever. I don't even know when the last time was. That's how long it's been. And one of the reasons I haven't been drinking, one, I don't really desire it anymore. But two, because I want to be sober. What if I have to go cop watch? What if like all of a sudden somebody puts on Facebook, hey man, cops are out there doing this or that, or there's 5 cop cars rolling down Bryant. I'm in my car and I'm gone. But if I've been drinking, I'm like, shit, missed that one. So she's like, come on, guys. She's trying to get them to let her just go home. Because she says she's real close to home. But no. So anyway, yeah, this isn't about catching the cops doing something bad, or it's just documenting the moment. You know, most of the cops, practically all the deputies in Yucaipa I've seen do good. You know, people have told me stuff about certain deputies, but every time I record them, they act professional. So I'm like, I don't know, man. You know, they always say, believe half of what you see and even less of what you hear. But the camera doesn't lie. All the camera can do is capture what's going on. So I will stay for the car search. So, no, this isn't about catching the cops doing something. It's just about documenting the moment. Well, what if she would have elbowed that deputy in the chin and took off running up the street, and then if he tackled her, she hit her forehead? And what if she said, I don't know, he grabbed me and threw me down and he was being rough with me? He could say, well, Jimmy was recording over in the area there, dirt. And they'd go, let's look at Jimmy's video. And they'd see what really happened, because these guys don't have body cameras. So anybody who thinks I'm out here to harass these deputies, I'm not. I don't say anything to them. If they say hi and stuff, yeah, I'll say, hey, what's up? I'll talk to them. But I don't sit and yell at them and say, don't talk to the police. You have a right. Keep silent. You don't have the right to, you don't have to talk to them and all that bullshit. That's 148A. It is obstruction. You start yelling at him while he's trying to talk to him. You know. So I don't do any of that. But like, let's say right now let's say, for instance, he won't do this, but let's say he looked at me and said, hey, Jimmy, I need you to go down to that pole right there. I'd be like, you're out of your mind. I would. I'd be like, you're out of your mind. And what if he walked over here to me and said, go to the pole or I'm going to arrest you? I'd be like, then fucking arrest me. Get back to work and all of that. That's when I correct them. Because by the U.S. Constitution, the California Constitution, and the Tom Bain Act, I'm allowed to stand where I'm standing and record them. 148G, Penal Code 148 subsection G. Or what we call in the Army, bowlegs G. Figure that one out. We're allowed to record public officials in the performance of their duties in a public place. That's where I'm at. I'm in a public area. So, I don't know. This might be a private lot for this business or this home here. But the police can't tell me to leave. I know some of you say they can. No, the person, whoever owns this lot right here, whether it's one of these people, would have to come out and say, hey, I'd like you to leave my property here. You're standing in the middle of my property. Yes, sir, and I'll walk up to the sidewalk. So don't think that you're automatically trespassing if you walk into a private, into private property. Okay, she said he pulled me over for crossing the line. That's what she just said. Well, yeah, if you cross the line, then you're probably swerving. So, So she said he pulled her over because he said she crossed the line. Well, yeah, that's if she had been drinking and driving. That sounds reasonable that she crossed the line. Can't keep it in the lane. Sure. Double vision. She said, let her out. So he opened the door. It sounded like she said, let me out. I wonder how many drunk people pee in their car, in the seats there. They must have to clean up some fucking nasty stuff. Because, you know, if you're handcuffed and in the back of a police car and you got to pee, you're done. Because when you're intoxicated and you got to pee, it's like a train. I mean, it's like a billboard trying to stop a Amtrak train. It's fucking happening. That stuff's coming through. So I wonder how many people have done that. They are going to call an 1185 to tow. He's probably going to watch for the 1185. He's probably going to take her to CDC, Central Detention Center, for DUI, fingerprint and process and release. He asked, do you want a breath test? He said, you have an option, breath or blood. So I'm just documenting at this point. I don't think he's going to be doing anything wrong. You never know. What if she, like, just out of the blue swings her feet and kicks him in the sensitives? I wanted to say something other than privates. And then kicks him back and then jumps out of the car. And then says he grabbed me, he touched me, he whatever. The camera right here shows, no, he had one arm up on the car door. I can see it in the dark. I don't know if you guys can. And one arm up on the back of the car there. So there, basically, he's got his arms kind of up in the air, like Batman, I guess. His elbows are resting on the car door and the car itself. But you see what I'm saying? She could say that just to bust him out or just try to get him in trouble. They'll do a lot of things to get these cops in trouble. She said, I just really want to go home. And I'm not saying cops don't lie. I'm not saying we know I've not done a lot of editorials on cops that have done very nefarious and, you know, things, but we also have people that lie on cops. Now, what would we be if we talk all about accountability and transparency, but we don't report the people that lie on the cops? And we say, well, the cop was probably doing wrong. No, if the person lied, the person lied. And if my camera catches it. Oh, she asking her sister to come get the car. He said, you're going to have the... She just yelled, I'm sober. But she wanted her sister to come get the car, and he said, well, you're going to have the keys, so I don't know how she's going to do that. And she yelled, I'm sober. I think he said, you've been drinking and driving. She said, I'm sober. So he's going to park it so that the tow truck can come get it. Or maybe he's parking it there and they're just going to leave it. Maybe she told him. Maybe she told them just to leave it there. Is he taking the keys out of it? Yeah, but I was saying earlier about people think you can't go on private property because you're automatically trespassing. I think I got distracted by my own self in that, but I was going to finish it with, but you never know. Maybe the owner of this person will come out and say, oh, no, you're good. You're good. I was just seeing what you're doing. You're fine there, you know. So, oh, now I'm not trespassing. You see what I'm saying? So don't automatically assume you're trespassing because you walk on a private property to film. And I'm not talking somebody's front yard. I'm talking something like this. She said, knock it off for something. You have a good night, sir. And thank you for what you do. Hey, sir. Yeah, I said thank you because he got a drunk driver off the road. I know some of you are going to go, oh, she wasn't. What have you know? How do you know she was drunk? Or how do you know this? Because I was in Germany for 6 years. And I know what drunks are like. I was in the army. They're going to leave it there. So they're not going to tow it. That's good. That's good because she probably couldn't afford to get it out anyway and she'll lose it. So he parked it there for her. They're going to leave it and she can come get it when she gets out of jail. There you go. Yucaipa, serving again, protecting and serving. Thank God they didn't tow it. That would have cost her a lot. So there you go. But no, some of you were like, well, how do you know she was drunk? Because I served in the army and I know what drunks sound like and how drunks reel back and forth and almost fall over. That's how I know she was drunk. More than likely she was intoxicated. I say more than likely. You say, well, maybe she was on some type of prescription medicine. Well, that's why it says on the bottle, do not drive after taking this medicine. There's a reason for that. And it is against the law, driving while intoxicated or driving while under the influence of a medication. Thanks, guys, for watching.